Hello, viewers. I'm glad you're here. It's time for makgeolli talk. What is the schedule for fermentation? Is it ready? Is it time? Do you need to check the calendar? Well, the first time I brewed makgeolli, I was very concerned about this question. I wanted to brew my makgeolli properly, and I wanted to bottle it on the right day. But what if I filtered on the wrong day? I was really anxious about this. But now I think there is a universal answer to this question. What is the schedule for fermentation? And the answer is that the fermentation is the clock. The fermentation is the calendar. So when you're brewing makgeolli, the makgeolli itself is the clock. Checking the clock means observing your brew. Can you adjust the clock? Well, sure, you can make adjustments to the environment, but the clock needs to tick. It needs to move along itself. So what I mean is that the fermentation needs to move along at its own pace. It's a happy situation that for brewing makgeolli, this clock is a friendly clock. It's an accommodating, forgiving clock, not strict, but requiring attention. And I think Koreans would say that it requires sincerity. And I would add the word focus as well. So it requires sincere, focused attention on your brew. So using all your senses, you can observe your brew, smell it, listen to it, taste a drop. When you stir it, you feel the texture. So using all your senses, you're observing the brew. So there's a lot to pay attention to. So that's why in my videos, I try to show you every day of fermentation, what it looks like. And when the bubbling sound is notable, I try to record the sound of the bubbles. That's not so that you can copy my schedule exactly. It's so that you get an idea of what to look for. How is the rice broken down? What does it look like on top of the brew? How rapidly is it bubbling? Those are all the clues you'll need to check your own brew. And since there are so many variations in the ingredients, the recipes, and the environment, that's why every time I need to show you what the jar looks like every day of fermentation. So hopefully that way you can recognize the different possibilities of fermentation behavior and react accordingly. So that's my thoughts for today. Today's makgeolli talk. Fermentation is the clock. Fermentation is the calendar. So don't be anxious about the clock, about the schedule. No need to be anxious. The brew is friendly, but you do need to pay attention to it. Thank you for watching.